What's up, everyone? Welcome to Panther HER-Story. I'm Kaitlin Sharkey, and today I am joined by Kerri Schuh, member of the Panthers volleyball team from 2008 2011. During her tenure, helped the team go to 3 NCAA tournaments, first student athlete to win Horizon League Player of the Year award 2 seasons in a row since the 90s. So good on that note. As a senior, you finished the season 5th in the league in both kills and blocks, 7 career Horizon League Player of the Week awards, and named to the Horizon League all-newcomer team as a freshman. So, Kerri, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. You made me sound really great. I forgot about all those.
That's my job. That's my job. No, it's great to have you, and it's great to talk to you today. To open the kind of conversation, I want to ask you to take a step back to your time at UW Milwaukee as a student athlete. And when you think about that time in your life, what did you like most about being a student athlete at UW Milwaukee, and how did you feel like the resources that they had at the university kind of helped you grow as a student and as an athlete?
I really liked my time at Milwaukee. I think I had a lot of opportunity. Going from indoor volleyball, working with Badger Region, we were able to almost start that PVL team. We had it going for like a couple years after college, and then I was able to continue my career playing sand volleyball, which is right down the street. I could go practice at Bradford Beach. So I think I had a lot of opportunity there. UWM helped me a lot with my coaching. That's kind of where I started my coaching career, and it really took off after that. Continued it on into California, and now continually coaching, which I absolutely love. And my mind shift kind of changes now from the player aspect to now coaching, which is super cool.
Absolutely. When you think about, I listed just a small bit of the accolades of your bio and things like that, but what moment that you had as a team or people that you really felt like, when you think back to that time, the moment that you think of?
There's so many memories. I think just making it as a team, I think that just grew us even stronger. That was super fun. We were super close just to like prove ourselves. That was exciting. So I think that had the most.
When you think about, we're obviously doing this to talk about the 50th anniversary of Title IX and the progress that women have made in sports and the resources that they've had. How did you feel supported as a woman in sports at UW Milwaukee?
I think that they gave me opportunity, which is what we all need. I had the resources to continue what I was doing. They helped me with sports photography. I didn't continue that, but it was still like they gave me that opportunity there. My coaches helped me. They would always give me coaching opportunities. They would send local schools, like this coach is looking for, or this school is looking for some people to help you coach, or some new coaches. Is this something that you'd be interested in? So like they would always throw things at us, which was nice.
You're in a unique situation now as, as an athlete who was a woman, and then now as a coach who's a woman, where we're still trying to work toward more coaches that are women and in all sports across the board. Do you feel, I don't want to say specifically like an extra responsibility, but do you feel that as a coach, like, okay, I am now in this different role. I've been there, I've gone through it, and I help the next generation of women.
Yeah. When I moved back, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, to Wisconsin, like that was my goal. Like I wanted to bring this sport to the kids that I had it at Bradford Beach, but I never really had all these clinics, all of these opportunities. I didn't really understand what it was. So it's been really fun to bring that back to Wisconsin, bring that back to the kids, and they just absolutely love it. Like 3 years ago, they had no idea what it was, and now these kids are going to nationals in Florida, and that's been super fun.
Where do you want to see it? They continue the progress, women in sports continue to kind of grow, because like you said, the fact that these events are coming, in different states and things like that, but women in sports as a whole, where do you think they can continue to have a bigger voice?
There's not very many coaches to go to the pro level. So I think continuing that and keeping that an opportunity, and it's going to happen. I think it'll take that one person to just do it. We're well on our way.
Who were your role models before you were a student athlete at UWM that you looked up to and be like, I want to grow up and be like this someday?
So they're actually not women. they're all men. And I was having this conversation with my husband. I was like, this is kind of weird that they're all men. But their athleticism just was really attractive to me. And then I think just my coaches, my first volleyball coach, Sharon, my first club coach was Glenn Schneider. Just the people that were in my life at the time, I think were my biggest role models. Yeah.
Do you think about the fact that you're a role model now for young women in sports?
I get goosebumps. Like the kids always come up to me, their parents come up to me and they're like, you've just made such an impact on them. It's like whenever they give me those comments, I think that's where I get my joy now, because I'm kind of weaning out of the player role and into the coaching role more so. And that's where I get my goosebumps and my excitement from. So that's fun.
When you think of, to kind of wrap it up, as women in sports, it's such a big topic and a big generalization, but a lot of times I've been asking the wonderful athletes that I've been interviewing about, like, what was their peak women in sports moment? Do they remember as a child or maybe in their adult life? When you think of that, like, wow, that was really something, or this moment sticks out in my head as women in sports, what do you think of?
Yeah, I have a couple. Moving out to California, I was like playing against, so when I was in Milwaukee, I played 1 year traveling the AVP tour, and I got to play against and meet all of these pro women, and I was just in awe. Like Julie and I played against them, and we were just so pumped that we could keep up with them. So I'm moving out there, I got to play against and like practice against them. So like Brooke Sweat, Misty May, I got to practice with them and like kind of pick their brains and learn from their coaches. So that was like super exciting. That was like a big moment in my life. In 2019, we beat, my partner and I, Janelle Allen, we beat Lauren Fendrick, who is a Olympian. And then she was playing with Sarah Sponsel at the time, who was recently went to the Olympics last year. So that one sticks in my head pretty big.
Those are all huge moments. And I'm sure like, they stick in your head, and I'm sure that there were women and young girls watching those events that are like, this is my moment. So I think it's very cool that you're having a moment, but then the next generation is as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Kerri, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.